Thanks for always choosing us to entertain, inform, and educate you. It's a new week here on New World News. You're welcome to a new episode of the Youth Circle as you remain your girl, Princess McAfee. Keep following the Youth Circle playlist on YouTube and on Facebook on New World TV. Please do like, comment, subscribe, and share the good news among you. Successful students are those who are willing to endure technical problems, reach out for help when needed, work every day in every classroom, and overcome adversity. While many Americans believe that a college education will lead them to success, the reality is that education is not the only way to success. Our topic of the day is, should education be the only way to success? My guests are with me here, and I'm going to present them and give them the floor to present themselves. Latif, Denise, and Pelagie. You're very welcome. I'll start with Mr. Latif.
Yeah, I'm Latif Wali. I'm a lecturer and I'm a socio-political analyst. At the same time, I'm the president of Togo National Debate Council.
Welcome. Dennis.
Yeah, so hello to you and to my friends who are here. Dennis Was. I'm a digital entrepreneur, a writer. Yeah, what I can say.
Pelagie, the only lady among the men.
Okay. My name is Pelagie Asiobo, and I'm currently a board member at the American Corner, University de Lomé, and I just have my BA in American Civilization.
You're very welcome here on Newer TV. So as I said before, our topic is, should education be the only way to success? My first question to you guys will be, what is success? I'll start with Mr. Latif.
Okay, let me put it very simple. I think success is affording your needs without bothering anybody. That's what I can say. Very easy.
Very easy. Pelagie.
Okay, for me, success, the definition of success depends on everybody. But I can say it is the achievement of goals that one sets to himself. Because it can be personally, it can be economically, financially. So success depends on the person who has the definition. So for me, it's just the achievement of goals.
Goals, okay. Dennis.
Yeah, so I personally, since we are currently in a world where we have many stumbling blocks, allow me to give a philosophical definition. You know, I can say that success is to overcome obstacles and do his or her best to fulfill some goals in his life.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you this simple question to know, why do some people succeed without formal education while others do not succeed with it? This one I'll start with Pelagie.
Okay, firstly, some people, we can talk about networking. Some people did not go to school, but they know people, or in their family they have a certain company. So if your time comes, you just go and replace the person. You don't need any education or any certificate. Or for some people, they have some talent or skills. You can see them from childhood. The child is always fixing something, trying to do this, and he grew up being a mechanic. And this one, he has it in himself. And also some people did not go to school, but because of endurance and resilience, because they know what they are chasing, and they start early, they go and then they have it. But some people, they go to school, but all they can do, all they have is what they've learned at school, because they went at school, they gave us lessons, you cram them, and then, sorry for the expression, but you just vomit them, and then you have the mark, and you're said to be the most intelligent. But when it comes to reality, when you go to look for a job, you will see that it's something completely different. For me, for instance, I've studied American literature. We've thought about the American history, how they was born, and when I would go to look for a job, they would not ask me who is the first president of America, and so they have the knowledge, but they do not have the skill, so they fail and they don't succeed.
What you just said remind me of something Latif said on a show. I think it's the lifestyle show. Latif said something about that, but I'll come to him right now when I'll ask him the question. I'll go with Dennis.
Yeah. Thank you once again for the floor. You know, I personally personally, I think that everybody in this life has his or her goal. And first of all, the creator, before creating us, if I can say like that, gave us or put in us some specific, goals and things that we can do in this life.
Yeah.
So I think for someone who doesn't go to school, like the instruction or the formal school we often say, I think that person surely has some talents, okay, surely has some extra, okay, things inside of him that he can develop and fulfill something. Because at the same time, you have people, many people, not few, but they are really plenty. So you can see that they have a school degree, they have high degree, but if you see them, doing something or working, you can see that you ask yourself if those people really deserve what they have as as degree, as university degree or what else. But you will be very surprised when encountering someone else who hasn't got a high level of degree, if I can say like that, working hard with passion, okay, in what he's doing.
Okay. So Latif, I'll come to you because I know you have a lot to say about this question.
The first problem is we've been told so many times, especially in Francophone countries,
Yeah.
we've been told so many times that you need to go to school to succeed, which is the first mistake.
Yes.
And our parents were the one that were told that, and we got ourselves involved into this system today, saying that you need to go to school to study, which is a very big mistake, because today a lot of billionaires didn't even go to school, and now they are running their billions in dollars without even any problem. Now the point is this: where the mistake lays is that, does it mean education is wrong or education does not mean anything to us as far as success is concerned? It means. But the point is, we need to know the limits of education and when to associate some other things to the education for it to be useful to us. And especially in Francophone countries, this is the problem we have. We don't teach entrepreneurship in primary school, secondary school, and universities. You go to our university, we don't have even a faculty of entrepreneurship. Nothing like that. Right? So which now creates a very huge problem. Now we have people even at university don't know they can they can go through entrepreneurship and earn money and become successful. Everybody. We have almost 100,000 of students currently at the University of Lomé, and all of them expecting to graduate and end up in an office with a tie and be earning a salary, which is a very big problem. So two things. The first thing is, yes, we do have a lot of people without education that succeed. It is possible through entrepreneurship. Go to Nigeria, you'll find a lot of them. We have a lot of our housewives today. Look, a lot of billionaires in Togo are majority of them are strangers that didn't go to school. So does it mean it's possible? Yes, it is. But does it mean education does not play a role into succeeding in human being success? It does. It plays a role, because even still, these house of people that become billionaires after all still need that education sometimes to complement and end up being guiding themselves very well in their wealth.
Talking about role, I'll ask you this question to know: how has the role of education in achieving success changed over the time?
I think it came a time when a lot of young people, not our parents, a lot of young people started realizing the truth. We started because we are the one on the ground, on the field, so we know the reality, we know what we're going through. We started understanding that we are the one going to school. We end up having our license, our master's degree, our PhDs, and end up being employed by a lot of people that didn't even go to school, and will be earning something like 100,000 and 125,000 from these people who didn't even go to school, right? They don't even know how to manipulate even a computer, and now you'll be going working for these people, for you to be earning some meager salary, right? So this is where a lot of young people came up with the idea they realized that entrepreneurship also is very important. Sometimes they need to forget whatever they got from university, and I will always say this: majority of things we learn from our universities or that have been taught to us in our universities are useless. Majority of the things are useless. There are a lot of useful things that have been taught to the Togolese youth that willingly or unwillingly, I don't know, have been decided not to be taught to our young people, and now they've been taught a lot of useless things, and we end up being unemployed. The unemployment rate is very high, and we are still the ones suffering on the ground, being employed by some people that didn't even go to school.
Yeah.
So this is where we realized the reality, and some young people started now venturing into entrepreneurship. But is it too late? I don't know. But still, they still encounter a lot of difficulties because entrepreneurship was not part of their background. They didn't start from it from primary school or secondary school. And this is where there are a lot of obstacles they face, and still there are a lot of difficulties. And I don't know what's the solution.
And the thing is, in our school, our education in here in Togo, or let's say in West Africa, we used a lot of theories than practical. So at school you learn a lot of theory, chew and pour, like we say. So after school you start working, or you go for an internship, and then that's when they start teaching you things.
It's not a West African thing. I think this is a systematic thing, because this is Francophone versus Anglophone. When you go to Anglophone countries, the system is different.
Yes, a lot of practical.
A lot of Francophone countries, this is where we learn a lot of useless things. When you go to Francophone
please.
So
this process.
Yes, Dennis.
Let me come back, because Mr. Larry has just underlined or mentioned something really important. He has just talked about the matter of realizing, what we're going through. But let me tell you that it's more than a matter of realizing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, please, don't laugh. Laugh. I think it's more than, realizing.
Yes.
But it is the hunger. People are hungry. At a certain time, people started getting hungry. I say hungry, not angry. Yeah. So because our forefathers and our fathers, he has talked about Francophone system and all those things, but I personally I don't know, because I don't know, perhaps if we don't have Francophone system, if the African system could help us to grow as we are thinking. But I think that the matter of being too much passive, not too much active, you see, because if everything which is theoretical, as you just mentioned it, I think make us be more passive.
Yeah.
Imagine a little bit that you stand up one day and you go to office and you stay in the same room from the morning till the evening. Like every time, like from the childhood, till you become, old. Okay? So can you see in this fact of being passive, can you think that you can really enjoy your life and achieve the success you aiming at? I think it's not possible.
But the thing is,
even now, those who are wealthy, those billionaires he has just talk about, I think that they have started being on the ground, not staying in the room. But unfortunately nowadays, all young people want to stay in the office, and it's something which is really sad.
I think the passiveness is beyond, is unwillingly, like it's not happening like willingly from the young people. She was a member of American Corner then, and I was president of American Corner, and I usually tell them there are a lot of things you will not realize now. You have to realize it when you graduate.
Yes.
And I'm sure this is why she's saying
yes
said right now. And if she did not graduate, she will not realize what she just said right now. Because when you are a student, everybody has that useless dream, which is just succeed, just finish, graduate, and then have a job, and then start going to the office. When she finishes that, she will realize, no, this is not the case. There are a lot of realities on the ground, and this is what all of us are facing. It happened to me. I finished my BA, and I'm like, okay, it's because a lot of people have their BAs. That's why I entered master's degree. I started doing my master's degree. I finished my master's degree in 2020. I entered PhD, and I'm almost at the end. I wanted to defend by February or March. So the point is, this is a big problem, and for us to resolve this, we need to restart from the background.
and we need to help our sisters, our brothers that are coming up, for them not to make the same mistake we made when we were in school.
It's a matter of education.
Education, very important.
I think the problem is that we don't like change in our country. I don't know if it's just when things are evolving, so we need to change things to fit with the reality. Because in the olden days, when the colonizer came and then we were allowed to go to school, the first persons who went to school and got at least a O level or A level, they were automatically put to places. Maybe the person will directly become a director. So for them, that was success. So everybody decided to bring his child to school, and that's they will succeed the way they want them to succeed. But now we've come to a point where the rates of the persons who went to school is numerous than the job. That's why people are now venturing in entrepreneurship. Let me create my own job and try to feed my family and all those things. So the problem is change. We don't want to change both the educational system and the way we think.
So you think if you change our way of thinking and our environment, then we can grow smoothly?
Yes, perhaps.
Okay. So that if you want to add something to what she said.
I think I'm okay with that. And one other thing is, and this is where I don't understand, especially with some of the decision, making a decision taking of the country, right? Because sometimes these are a country that creates a lot of students or a lot of graduates that end up being unemployed, meaning the unemployment rate is very high. So now the young people started realizing, come on, this is a very big problem. What do we do for me to save myself, for me to survive? And then they start venturing into entrepreneurship to start looking for their own money through a lot of investments with the small they have, for them at least to be earning their life. And now there's OTR now start disturbing them every single day. So now the point is, I don't really understand. Normally, this venturing from unemployment to entrepreneurship was normally supposed to be a solution to unemployment that the government is unable to solve. So I still don't understand why we do still have
but do we really know that? Do we discover there is a problem? But you think it's a problem. But do we really, the majority really realize that is a problem?
A lot of people don't even think of it as a problem. A lot of people don't even realize this to be a problem.
That's why we don't have the will to do it.
Problem. A very big one. And this is how I came to realize that a lot of strangers that come to our country bypass the taxes system of OTA and become very instantly billionaires in just months.
How?
And OTR is the one now destroying the entrepreneurship system of our young Togolese people that still thrive and strive to become something.
Do you
understand this system? Which is very complicated and very...
Ms. McAfee, I think that point of bypassing is interesting. Can you try to
take us more a little
bit? Okay, let me give you this example, right? I have an Indian company here. I know this reality is because I worked in that Indian company. And this is what happens. This Indian company recruits Togolese people, pays them only 60,000 a month. And this Indian company does not sign a contract with them. This Indian company does not even, they don't have any insurance system for all their employees. There is nothing. OTR does not even know how many people they employed. And they exploit a lot of their employees. And there is no one from my government, or there is no system created for them to be like, I don't know, there is no accountability and traceability system for them to realize how this is very wrong. But the second thing is, when you go to Paul and people are importing things from China to our country, our Togolese people are always targeted, and they pay taxes to OTR from whatever thing they buy from China. A lot of strangers that are in this country that are importing the same things from China to this country to be reselling. These people, majority of them, have a way of bypassing this taxing system from OTR. They carry the containers immediately from the port, saying they are taking it to Burkina Faso, and they take it to Senkanse, to the market of Senkanse. They open it over there, and then a lot of things are cheaper over there, and they don't pay taxes to OTR. So the point is, OTR is more very bad to Togolese compared to the strangers that are in this country. Sorry for me to say,
Yeah,
a lot of people can see this as political,
Yeah.
but this is not political. This is a reality that a lot of young people are facing, and we need solutions.
Especially young people.
So are degrees and certification the only way or the only measure of education skills?
Yeah.
I'll start with, I'll go with us.
Yeah, no. I personally, education, the formal one, and degrees and certifications, right?
Yes.
Now, I think we need more than that. Nowadays, before enrolling someone, in his business or companies and all, I think people start, or managers, start asking for skills, more skill. Like, what can you do, or how do you, or what do you know, or what can you do in my company, for example. So degrees, yes, because you can show your skills, but at the same time they will base on your degree to pay you, meaning that you can be very talented and very skilled, but if you don't have a good educational degree, I think that the payment, your salary, you don't like it, I think. But what we really need, firstly, is a good competence, a good skills, and we acquire skills from internships, from workshops. Like, let's forget about those people or young guys after getting their degrees, and some, small, in quotation marks, skill certifications. They sit down, they stay, in their different homes, waiting for a job, without trying to do their best to get more and more skills through different workshops, through different internships. It's not a good idea. So we have more than university degrees and certifications.
We'll go fast because we don't have, but I want to ask you this question before we go, but Selatif, you can continue with what he said.
I think I can't say education is not that important as far as success is. It is important because today, for example, we are in AI period, and you need to learn technology and all the technological tools and AI tools. If you don't, that's your own problem, your own risk, right? So does it mean education is not important? It is. Today, if you don't know AI, even a lot of businesses cannot work, right? But at the same time, when you take into account, when you go to Nigeria, for example, they have something they call education is a scam.
It's
because they realize some couple of realities that entrepreneurship can work even without education. That's what they say. So, which I don't think that's true. By the way, education can still help as far as success is concerned, but it helps as it comes as a complementarity to an entrepreneurship and trade background we had already from childhood, which we Togolese don't. And I'm sorry, I don't know. What is the solution? Should we start sensitizing people? I don't know. Seriously.
Yeah, sensitization.
Bro,
that will help
in this country.
I will also say no. What are we even calling the degree? Because now when you go to school, you have during the exams you have multiple questions. You have the choice, and then if by chance you choose the right one, and then you pass the subjects and you have your BA. We have a lot of students who are in the English department, for instance, but cannot speak English. We have the degree is just, how can I say it? It's just like a badge they are wearing, but they don't even know what is the content of what they've studied. So I cannot say that degree and certifications are really important, but the skill and what the person can do is what we need.
So it's not just a matter of you going to school, achieving something, or getting a degree and showing it to people that I've gotten my degree, I have my master's, I have my PhD. That's not just the thing.
People are just doing department and learning about Shakespeare. What are Shakespeare of the 15th century has something to do with the 21st century.
And the thing is that you see people ending up like they will
by the
end
general knowledge,
they will
you
end
can
their
have
degree in English in the university, and they will not be able to express themselves when they are called to. But you will say, I learned English in school, I have my degree in English. So if you have your degree in English, why won't you be able to express yourself among people?
It's first of all because of the educational system. Instead of coming and teaching us how to speak the language and make us speak, the teacher will come and talk about the history of the people before and then when you go to learn the dates, the years, the name of the first president, the second, his wife, and all those things. I don't know what you're doing with it.
And you end up writing those things in your exams.
Yes, and then
you go to the English department. This is an English department, and what is the first thing a student is supposed to do at the English department? Because this is a language department. What's the first thing you're supposed to do? Learning translation. Or interpreting. You go to the English department, there is no interpretation that is part of the fields to be chosen by students. That's useless, right?
Very useless.
But finally, they have brought something,
Please, which is 1.5 million.
Multiple choice questions.
1.5 million for you to apply for it.
Oh, very expensive.
Very expensive.
Very expensive.
Meaning you and I cannot.
No.
So, do you think the best way to learn a language is to go to the country that they speak the language in?
Please go. If you have the possibility, go. This country does not help.
Yes, surely go.
So, what are this is our last question, and we'll wrap up fast because the time is not in our favor. So, what are examples of successful individuals who didn't follow traditional education paths?
Dangote now. That guy didn't go to school.
He didn't go to school, but he has a lot.
He has billions. Billions in dollars.
Yeah.
Not in naira. Dollars.
Yeah, you have also our best football player, Emmanuel Shea
Adebayo.
Yeah. So, but he is a wealthy guy, but in terms of a formal education, he's not
He's
that.
your friend. He's your friend.
But it's not only formal education. We call something also mind education. I think if you have a good mindset, you can invest in yourself by learning, by getting some trainings and all, and you'll be developed because your personal development can help you to achieve success.
Yeah.
Okay. Pelagie, anyone you want to talk about?
Yes, Steve Jobs, for instance, is not from Africa, but this is somebody that he started school, but he didn't see any value in it, so he dropped out. He's now known as the co-founder of Apple.
Yeah.
Okay.
And sorry, let me underline this. And there are a lot of people that went to school. They have big degrees that are very dumb. Let me underline this.
So do you have an example?
An example? Oh, no. We are not giving any example for that one, please. I beg you. So, do you guys agree with me that education, success requires intelligence, talent, and education?
It does.
It does.
Yeah.
Any last thing you guys want to say? Any advice? Any last word?
Yeah. So, as last word, thank you once again, Miss Princess McAfee, for this great program, and also to your producer, Jerry, and to the whole TV. So, education is something really important. We have to educate, to sensitize the human being in order, for the self-development first of all. Because if human being is developed personally, I think he can achieve everything.
Pelagie.
I can say that thank you also for having us. I will say that education is good, but education only will not make somebody successful. And I will also say that for the programs that they always organize on the campus, for the people who organize it, most of the time is about peace. I would just want to tell them that it's not only war that can keep people hunger, also can kill. So let them do something that will help us on the campus to achieve something.
Please, if you want to go to school wisely. It's very important. Today there are a lot of countries that are ahead of us just because they understood trade, they understood commerce, they understood entrepreneurship, they understood technology. Togo is very backward as far as these things are concerned. Please, let's try to revisit that. Thank you.
If you want to go to school wisely, and don't just go and chew and pour. make sure you always learn something. At the end of the day, it's you and you and you. Thank you very much, Selatif, Denise Was, and Pelagie, for making time out of your busy schedule to be here with me today. And may the Lord bless you, and I hope you will be very soon here on our channel. So I'll give a shout out to my production team, to my producer Jerry Tona Matiobe, to my director Christian Obanikoi, and to the people working in the MCR. Thank you very much to you guys for the great job you are doing for the Youth Circle. And the Youth Circle is shows each and every Friday at 11:15 a.m. repeats at 6:15 p.m. and on Sundays at 6:15 p.m. Always keep following the Youth Circle, please, on YouTube and on Facebook. Do like, comments, share the good news among you. See you next week, same time. Bye-bye.
Bye.